Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing this Chrysler Pacifica with all-wheel drive. This is one of the best minivan deals on the market currently. We'll get into it. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Doug Smith Dodge Ram here in American Fork, Utah for giving me some time with this Pacifica. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 3.6-liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed, fuel economy 17 around town and then 25 on the highway. Power outputs are 287 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, you can see pretty distinctive lines. And this red paint, I think it looks pretty sharp. Nice fancy headlights here at the Pacifica. You can see down below with the chrome trim, you also have fog lights. It's there at the very bottom for the cluster. And then you've got the blacked out grills, which I think contrast nicely with the chrome. Tire wheel setup is 245 by 60 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. You can see silver coloration for the wheels. Got the blacked out mirror cap, lots of chrome trim around the windows, and it looks like a minivan. This leads us to the key fob. If it'll ever focus. Hello, there we go. We've got our lock and unlock, opening for the hatch, opening for the doors. They are power, Chrysler logo on the back. Taking a look at the storage area. Pretty normal for a minivan. This does have the stow and go, so you can fold the seats down to have a flat loading floor across, starting from the rear. Got a little 12 volt here in the back on top of that. And then when you're all done, I always forget with the Chryslers. The button's inside, not on the hatch. And then the taillights, goodbye ice. The taillights are pretty cool looking too, the light bar design. But it's the rest of the rear, and you got the little all-wheel drive badge. Now popping into the passenger cabin, again, power doors. These seats are supposed to be easy to clean. They do have some perforations, but overall, not cloth, right? So that's a win. Oops, hit the camera. We got good legroom. You can see the storage pocket, USB ports, and then you can see with the third row, just as nice with the trim. Plenty of space. You can fit adults back there comfortably. You also have vents throughout. Climate zone here for the rear passengers. Control it just up top with that little doodad. And then this leads us up front where, again, soft touch down below too. Got all of our window controls here. They're all automatic. Mirror adjustment, memory seat function, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. 1,090 pounds of payload capacity. And look at the seats. Nice trim down the center. Power adjustments on the side. You get your light controls here. You can see the fog light. And then more soft touch on the dash. With the steering wheel, it's soft touch all around, and it looks like they're using synthetic material now, so I'll be interested to see how this holds up over time, but typically this stuff actually holds up better than the leather. Radio controls in the back. We got practical controls for cruise control, and it's adaptive, by the way. Controls for the center, and then traditional stocks here on the back. Mostly analog gauge cluster, which we do have a digital element in the center to scroll through, see different bits of info on the vehicle. 360 camera system, great resolution. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel, and yeah, lots of different viewpoints. As for the rest of the infotainment system, pretty quick to respond for the most part. It does take a second for some of the stuff to load up. You do have heated seats and heated steering wheel built in to this as well. And then down below you can see a little dial there for the 9-speed. Parking brake, analog controls for like the radio. You've got parking sensors, parking assist, climate controls as well. And little storage cubby there. Some USB ports with the auxiliary. Got some more storage here. Regular glove box, getting more stitching across the dash, regular mirror, and then no center for anything like that. But we do have controls up top for the hatch and the doors. So here's our one sticker for this all-wheel drive Select, $49,090 total MSRP. Let's see how it performs. So let us set off in the all-wheel drive Pacifica. This is really the only competition to the Toyota Sienna in terms of all-wheel drive minivans. And, you know, they both obviously have something going from the Sienna. Has the hybrid system, so great fuel economy. But this has a V6 naturally aspirated, so you get the V6 power. And you know, the Pentastar has a pretty good engine. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty darn good engine. Yeah, the smooth power delivery of the V6. Gotta love that. When you compare it to an inline 4-cylinder, of course. Even though the Sienna has a hybrid, it just ain't on the same playing field. Now, some other stuff. This interior is actually pretty, it's even soft touch down there. I didn't expect that. It's pretty nice. I mean, the thing about Chrysler interiors is they still have a pretty tight feel to them. You don't really get that so much in Ford and Chevy nowadays. Other American brands, obviously neither of those have a minivan, which I think is very interesting. I don't know if they just don't think it's worth it. I know that Ford used to have a minivan back in the day, but yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting choice by them. Some other stuff with this, the seats are pretty darn comfortable, and let's see how that, yeah, not too bad, up and moving. Yeah, it really is smooth with the power delivery. It's very nice. It is, I really do like these seats. Are kind of like those old couches that are not like too bad, like sink in, but you kind of sink into the seat a little bit. It's comfortable. Pretty darn smooth. And there's not really any way to demonstrate the all-wheel drive, but you do get the extra grip with that, right? Yeah, it is nice. Like, you just get into it and vroom vroom. It is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. So, summing things up with the all-wheel drive Pacifica. I know a lot of people are going to be Team Sienna because, you know, Toyota reliability, and that is very factual. You don't have to wait to get one of these, right? Sienna, you got to get on a waiting list for like 6 months to a year. Pricing. This is less than a Sienna, and Chrysler dealers, they're always willing to wheel and deal. So you get a much better deal on one of these than a Sienna in terms of price per feature. So if you're looking for value and all-wheel drive, and if you're so worried about reliability, extended warranty, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Pacifica, but I think it's a really solid minivan, and them offering all-wheel drive's really, really smart because it means that this can be used in all 4 seasons, no problem.